This is a fascinating story. If you're not hip to California and their ridiculous business climate, they are not the most business-friendly state. Governor Gavin Newsom and California Democrats have been very, very averse to have businesses operate freely in their state. And as a result, they've seen businesses flee the state, including Tesla and Elon Musk. However, yesterday, Governor Gavin Newsom and Elon Musk issued a joint press release, and then had a joint press conference talking about how Tesla is going to be moving their engineering headquarters back to California, which is fascinating because what had to have happened to have that happen is that Gavin Newsom and California as a whole needed to have some huge incentive, probably in the form of tax breaks and tax credits, for Elon to bring the engineering headquarters back to California. I believe the manufacturing headquarters is still going to be in Austin, Texas. But here's a little bit from that press conference, and then we'll get into some of the really interesting kind of political banter back and forth between Gavin and Elon. Watch this. This is just the announcement, and then we'll get into Gavin being a rich guy, giving another rich guy a tax break. Check this out.
So we're excited to announce that Tesla's global engineering headquarters will be right here, the former headquarters of Hewlett-Packard. This is, I think, a poetic transition from the company that founded Silicon Valley to Tesla. And we're very excited to make this our global engineering headquarters.
Okay, so that's basically the announcement there. We'll continue on with this press conference because this is where I think it gets funny in kind of the nitty. Well, okay, so check this out. Gavin Newsom is a Democrat in California. He's going to run for president and try to be the man of the people. Things that I feel like people don't know about Gavin Newsom. Maybe if you're in California, you know quite a bit about his background and history. He's a rich guy, a very, very rich guy who was born into a very, very advantageous financial situation. He talks a lot about how we have to be better and create more equity, which is socialism and bad, for people to be able to make more money and Gavin himself is a very, 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 very rich elite, tangentially related to Nancy Pelosi in California. Also related, not necessarily blood related, but related to the Getty family, which is one of the richest families in the country, has a ton of investments. Gavin is a rich dude because he was born in a very advantageous financial situation. Now, here's what I thought was funny about this press conference. They were talking about how Gavin was one of the first people to own a Tesla, and then Elon throws in a financial jab that I'm sure Gavin was not a fan of him saying, watch this.
Yeah, in fact, you were one of the first people to buy a Tesla Roadster back in the day.
I appreciate you saying that.
We were just talking about that.
I told him he had my money for a long while with that. That was by the way, that was a healthy deposit you had to make. You didn't trust me.
It was like 100 grand, I think.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So Gavin's talking about how he was one of the first people to buy a Tesla, and Elon. He bought a Tesla Roadster, by the way. In 2007, Gavin Newsom put down a down payment to get a Tesla Roadster, and Elon, who I'm sure he knew what he was doing, said, yeah, it was like 100 grand. And then Gavin says, oh, shoot. We'll play the longer version of that clip, but Gavin goes, oh, crap, man. People are going to know I had $100,000 in 2007. That's not a good thing for the man of the people, the working class Gavin Newsom representative in California. It is kind of fascinating that the guy who's such a proponent of making sure we lift everyone up has been an elite staring down on us for his entire political and working career. This is how the longer clip sounded. Gavin tries to walk that back. Elon's like, yeah, it was like 100 grand. And watch what Gavin says. Check it out.
Deposit you had to make. You didn't trust me.
It was like 100 grand, I think.
Yeah, thank you very much. Back when I had money.
Yeah, when that was a lot of money in 2007.
It's still a lot of money. Trust me, brother. You haven't looked at my salary, okay?
Gavin's trying to get out of it. It's like, oh, you haven't looked at my salary. Yeah, dude, all of your other investments, your, what's Plump Jack? If you don't know this about Gavin Newsom, Google Plump Jack Incorporated. I think Gavin owns a ton of restaurants, a ton of wineries that didn't have to shut down during the COVID pandemic, coincidentally. Yeah, it's because they were in good areas. We won't get into that. But Gavin Newsom is a rich guy, like unbelievably rich, probably hasn't flown commercial in a very, very, very long time, and yet is trying to walk that back. Oh, back when I had money, you should see my salary now. Just for the record, by the way, I looked this up because I thought, Gavin saying, you haven't seen my salary now. I'm a poor person. The salary of the governor of California is $210,000. That is 4 times the national household average in income annually for the United States, the average person in the United States. So Gavin is very, very, even as the governor, and the minuscule breadcrumbs of a salary he has, even as the governor, he is far and above most Americans with his paltry $210,000 salary. Back when I had money. Gavin's running for president. Watch out for it. Just know all of this stuff. He's a putz. We don't like him. And I hope he runs for president because I believe he will lose 48 states, which would be great for the country.